Hi, I'm Wyland, artist of the sea, and I was inspired by Jacques Cousteau. And actually, I saw the ocean right here off Laguna Beach when I was 14 years old. And ironically, I also saw the California gray whales as they were migrating along the coast. Two whales spouted right in front of me. And, you know, the barnacle-encrusted backs broke the surface, and these two whale tails fluked up. You know, and that really inspired me. And 10 years later, ironically, I came here specifically to Laguna Beach to be an artist, and that's where I painted a portrait of those two gray whales that I saw on that day. And the rest is history, I guess. I ended up painting 100 whaling wall murals. The American Association for the Advancement of Science is doing a great job, and I think the art element can't be underestimated. I think art can bring people to science, and in my opinion, they're critical to the full education, you know, of our youth. When I was growing up, you know, in Detroit, surrounded by the Great Lakes, Cousteau brought the images, you know, a portal into the world's oceans and revealing some of the amazing marine life that inhabits, you know, our water planet. And it was so powerful. And, you know, in my opinion, Jacques Cousteau was a poet. You know, his words and the way that he felt about protecting the ocean and people. You know, he knew instinctively that the health of the ocean was important to the health of humans. And it really resonated to myself, and it really inspired a whole generation of people like me. You know, the great thing is art and science are really connected, and they really rely on each other. And I know a lot of people think they're separate, but you know, in nature, art and science come together. They may start off in different directions, but everywhere you look at nature, you'll see science. And I believe that art has an important role to play in the science community. In that I use a lot of science, you know, as a diver. I study, I explore, and I take everything that I learn and I share it forward visually through my paintings, sculptures, of course in these giant murals. It's really great to see the excitement, and people seem to understand instinctively now that we all need to work together. Some of the highlights for me was when I realized in painting a portrait of humpback whales in Boston, that the scientists came and said, hey, you know, Stillwagon Bay is one of the great whale watching places, and there's one whale in particular, Salt, and here's some pictures of her tail flukes. And so I actually painted this female, this large humpback whale that was calving nearly every year, and I put her up there pushing her calf to the surface, life size, on a building that was seen on the freeway by 250,000 people a day drove past the mural. So that was really where I realized I wasn't just painting general whales, I was painting whales that the scientists and people were studying. And that really opened my eyes. So now at every opportunity I try to immerse myself into science and make that a big part of my art.